Assalamu alaikum. Hi, Oracle Reiki Spiritual Healer. And today I want to talk to you about some healing remedies that I had to go through that may benefit you. It may benefit you in your healing journey. But on this healing journey, I had to heal my body. And at this point, I'm pretty much, I would say I'm 89% well. And right now I'm working on my diet because I'm finding out that there's things that they put in food that I don't really like. So we'll get to that. But on this healing journey, the first ever video that I made last year, I had just had surgery on my rotor cuff. And they had given me 50 cc's of fentanyl. And I was, during that surgery, I came out of that surgery. I was out of it. So that's one of those, outpatient surgeries that you have to have a driver because, of what they sedate you with. So when I got home, I was still out of it, but I got tired of feeling like that. I was just sleeping all day and I didn't like that. The next day, I woke up, I was feeling yucky. So I decided to use the Comfrey plant. I used the Comfrey plant and I made a salve out of that. And I rubbed it on my shoulder where they had done the surgery at. And it absolutely helped me. It took away the inflammation that was in it. It took away the pain that was in it. And it removed the negative effects of the fentanyl out of my system. So, on the point that I got on here and started talking to you guys, it was alleviating the pain and getting all that negative effects of the fentanyl out of my system. And I was, out of it, but I wanted to let you guys know, what God had put on my heart to let you guys know about. You're going to have multiple ways of fighting evil. There's not just one way. So, I think that was the message of my first video. But I do remember, last year, I no longer have the pain in my shoulder when I use the Comfrey plant. And any kind of break, sprains, or, inflammation, I wouldn't recommend eating it, but you can, but you need to make sure that you consult a doctor or take it in small doses because it may affect your liver. But that is a good plant to use and get the inflammation out of your body. It is good for breaks. So when I had to put it on my shoulder and, in a couple of days, I was feeling back to my old self. I was able to lift my arm. And like I say, I had not been able to use my arm for the first week of those surgeries that I had been having. For the first week, I would have to do some kind of aerobics on my shoulder and able to lift my arm all the way. So the way that I have been able to heal myself was through the natural remedies and herbs that, offered these healing properties for bones, joints, and things like that. And I know that a lot of people, suffer from, joints and problems with their knees or their ankles, wrists, things like that. So I wanted to offer this to you because, my father also, had problems with rheumatoid arthritis and problems. When I came to stay with my dad, he was having problems in his hands and in his ankles swelling up. So, I put some of that comfrey root and comfrey plant on him, and the salve that I had made from it, I used some of it in an oil that I had made for myself, and I used it on him, and he was, getting up, walking around, and my dad is in his, late 70s. So yeah, that is one of the plants that you want to use when you have older people that is complaining about rheumatoid arthritis, inflammation in the hips, joints. They've had breaks, or when they were younger, they've had breaks. When you hear them complaining about, oh, it's raining outside, or it's going to rain, and they can feel the tension in their body, the inflammation, and the weather affecting their body, causing inflammation, then you want to use the comfrey plant. You want to use that. So you can, just blend it up and make a paste of it, or you can take the leaves itself and just rub it on the affected area that you're having problems with, and it'll get rid of that negative feeling of inflammation in your body. Also, like I say, we're going to just talk about the healing herbs today. And, these are things that has been used by generations of people. And we're getting the medicinal effects, from these plants. Either in teas or whatever, you can make it into a salve. You can use carrier oils. I like to use carrier oils, especially when I'm dealing with young patients or older patients, or people who might be sensitive to certain oils. It might be too much for them. So I'll use like a grapeseed oil or a olive oil in order to, just make a rub for people sometimes. And you should get in the habit of doing that, making those kind of rubs and trying the herbs out, what works for you. But another one is you can use the natural herbs like cloves. If you have a problem with allergies, if you have a problem with breathing, just like I say, I came in contact with black mold in a house, and I had to heal myself from it. I had to heal my internal organs from it. And one of the healing herbs that you can use is cloves. Cloves will get the mucus out of your chest. It will get the inflammation out of you, and it is good for you internally. You want to, it's hot, and like I say, you can use a carrier oil if you're going to wipe it on your body. It can absolutely burn your skin. You'll be on fire until it wears off, but it has also a numbing effect. So, if you're having, chronic pain or mucus where you come in contact, or you're allergic to certain things, you can boil cloves and take a couple of, swallows of the tea, and every couple of hours use that as a tonic to get rid of the allergic reaction and the inflammation in your chest. Or you can drop a little bit up your nose and wash out your nose with that, and that will get rid of the allergic reaction that's in your sinuses. Or if you're having a sinus infection, it will get rid of that, with a couple of drops. You can use a dropper and just drop it in there. It's all natural. So these are some of the things that I had to do when I came in contact with the black mold. And I just wanted to let you know that for I guess about 2 years, I spent, getting my internal health together to remove that negative energy from inside my body, to drive it out of my body, to drive the inflammation out of my body, and, through, my urine, through, my feces, to drive it out of my body. And that's what helped me to get rid of the side effects of being in contact with black mold for so long, for 5 years. So it definitely works. And, I just wanted to give you those remedies, some of the remedies that I use myself. If you're in pain, if you're having problems with inflammation in your chest, breathing problems, allergy problems, any of those kind of things, these remedies are good for curing those and get rid of it. I no longer have to have an inhaler. I no longer have been diagnosed with bronchitis or asthma or anything like that. So, I feel much better. And, what really helped me was getting away from the problem and moving out of the house that had the black mold in it. So, I think that I just wanted to talk to you about that for a little while. So if you have been coming in contact with anything that may cause inflammation in your body, these are two of the natural herbs and remedies that will help you get rid of it and get it out your system. I'm High Oracle Reiki Spiritual Healer. Assalamu alaikum.